Welcome to the beginning part of the video, the exciting part, where we check to see if everything is working. Hopefully it is. Our chat has come up already, so that's always a good sign. Things are working. What about our playback? Should be on as well. We'll try to remember what we were doing on Thursday. It's the new week now. We'll see what we're up to. So, hi, I'm Chris, and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single-player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and buy different weapons and armour and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and to find out what happens. In this video series I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, and the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. It certainly is at the moment. We're a couple of videos off 60 now, we're at 58, so I think we'll go over that a little bit because obviously I've been explaining things as we go along. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time. So feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in the chat, as any and all feedback is more than welcome. So, where we left off in the woods, we just fought a bear, if I remember correctly. We've got 3 quests left. We've got a draft of discovery in our quest items. So here's our character board. We've got all our equipment. We're on bear hide now, and we're trying to level that up so we can progress a bit further. We've got a few cooked meats in our pouch, which is the only space you can access during combat for things like restoring your health, which is mainly food. We've got a satchel which stores 35 half-inch square chits. They're not all the same size though, so there's real space inventory management. And we've got our draft of discovery here, our quest item. We've got that last stream. Don't know if that's going to show up. And then we've got our dream deck. We're 9 out of 10. So we've got one more dream to have before that's kind of the end of the main quest. And then we've got our inventory here. We've finished a quest where the innkeeper gave us a room at the inn for a week for free. So we're doing that at the moment, so that's great. Now the weather's okay, and we've got a map of the area from right at the very beginning, even though we kind of know where to go now. We've been playing it for quite a long time. So we've got our 12-sided die as our character marker. Also keeps track of our steps and the time during the adventure. Put that to the side. Every 12 steps is a half hour, and then there are 16 hours in the day, 8 at night. We're on 11 steps here. We're in the woods. I will show you what a map card in the woods looks like. It is a bit darker. They've got an overlay of some dotted pattern, but in the top left corner is the number of the card, 146 in this case. And then we've got numbers for the cards north, east, south and west if you want to go in that direction. There's also a logging node in the center of this one. Nodes reset after sleeping for 5 hours, because you can sleep for different amounts of time and get sleep bonuses to your health as well. But there are things you can do during the night as well that will help you in your progression of your character. So all of our armor at the moment is level 3. We're trying to get 4 bear hides and then level the biggest parts of our armor up and see how we get on with that. And then if we need to upgrade more, we will. I'm trying to think of how much sort of farming of bears you need to do is good or bad, really. You want it to feel like you're putting the effort in, and it feels like you are upgrading when you put that effort in. But then you don't want to work too much and not get anything from it, so it's a bit of a tricky one. So in the woods, time is doubled, so we move 2 steps. Well, every step is 2 tracked steps. It's a bit complicated, but it's basically time is doubled in the woods. So we are going to do some hunting for some bears, because we've only got 16 health after taking on 2 bears last stream. So we're going to hunt for some bears and that way we hopefully won't have an encounter. We roll an 8-sided die every step in the woods as well to see what kind of encounters we get. 1 to 3 is nothing. 4, 5 is a rabbit, which is basically just a 50-50 chance of getting raw meat or not, or 60-40, something like that. And then a 6-7 is a boar, which we can now just run away from without having to wait for them to attack us, because our sneak level is high enough we can just sort of sneak past them. And then an 8 is a bear, and we don't want that because we have to run away, and we might get lucky on our sneak roll, see how we get on. But we don't have much health, so that's the reason for that. We've got plenty of time in this day. We just started a new day. We're on day 7 of week 4 of month 1. So in-game time is basically 1 month for this, depending on what you want to do. At the moment anyway, I've been kind of going at a reasonable pace to get through everything, make these videos a bit more interesting, but you can slow it down. It's a casual game where you can take as much time as you want, doing lots of different things and explore a bit more. There's more to offer, and you can practice with different weapons because they have slightly different ways of working. It's a deck building kind of game, the combat. Right, so we want 1, 4, 5. So we've got our deck of cards here, over 300 mini cards grouped into 50s. So 145. We're just going to take 100 to 150 and take the whole lot and find the right one. And then hopefully we don't get any bears as an encounter. 1, 4, 5. So we're still in the woods here. Tell you what, if we went 1, 4, 4, we still in the woods? Kind of. I guess we are. But if we want to hunt, we have to be. Let's stay here because the hunting requires us to move in the first step. So let's do that first. We'll just get all the hunting cards out. So hunting splits into 3 parts: searching, tracking, and capturing the animal. So search. And we've got a lot more cards for tracking, and then we've got capture. We've leveled this up to 5, which is the max at the moment. So the searching is pretty straightforward. It's either going to be you can continue on your search, or you fail to do a search and you just try again. Each try is an hour of time that are used up, and you can't track at night, which I think makes a bit of thematic sense. So okay, animal prints. We do find them. So it says we want to move 1 map card further into the woods. So that's why I didn't do the movement beforehand, because it's part of the hunting system. So we can now track the animal, so we'll keep that out there, put the capture away. So we're going to want 1, 4, 5. We still do have to roll for an encounter though. So we have sort of moved a bit as we've been searching. This is kind of the idea that you should get from that, hopefully. So move 1 map card into the woods, so we can move this way. As long as there's a dotted pattern there, we're still fine. So we're on 11, 12, 1 steps. So that means a half an hour had been lost. That's the first half hour of this day, so we've got plenty of time to hunt for 2 bears, hopefully. We want to, upgrade twice. And now with this tracking, we want to match symbols together. We don't want one of these ones with the black on it. What we would want to do is match, for instance, the top part of these cards. There are some droppings, animal droppings, so that's what we're tracking our animal with. So you would match those together by putting them perpendicular over the top of each other, and you go from the left to the right, and you can't put anything on a blank one, and you keep going. You can't go back on yourself, but you can go back and start a new track, but the track itself can't go back. It can only go up or down or further to the right. So we want to hope we don't really get any of those blank ends, and we want to match some cards together. And yeah, it's very hit or miss even at leveled up to 5. And then if we get 5 matches, that's a bear. 4 matches would be a boar. 6 matches is a wolf. So you can get wolf leather armor, which is better than the bear leather armor, but I think you should be able to get her by with just leveling up some bear leather armor. That is what we're seeing. You can't buy wolf leather armor. You have to catch it yourself, and then take it to the tanner, and he will make it into armor for you. At a cost, of course. Oh no, my phone has crashed. What happened there? I'm gonna have to share my screen again. I apologise in advance. That's the second time it's just crashed. Right, luckily it doesn't take too long to set it back up again. Hopefully we're back in. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fantastic. Chrome just crashed on me. Okay, let's give this a go. So we've got a paw print and a twig with a bit of fluff on the side, a bit of hair. So we're looking to put something to go match those two. Put that up there. So next one, we don't get anything. So that's one attempt, unfortunately. It did not go well for us. Put them back. We don't have to redo the animal print, the searching, I mean. Luckily, we can just restart the tracking again. It's like just going back and trying again. But we do lose 1 hour of time, so that's 2.5 hours on the tracker. And we'll try it again. Okay, this time we've got some droppings and some flattened down grass. Okay, we've got droppings, that's good, so we can match that up. It has to be perpendicular. You can't match more than, I think, 3 in any one. So we want a paw print or some flattened down grass. We don't get anything, unfortunately, and that is another hour of time used up. Put these back randomly. And a little shuffle. Hour time. So there's no real punishment for using up time, but obviously if you're renting out the inn space, then you're going through that. It costs 50 gold for 7 days or 10 gold per day for that. Okay, droppings and some hair on a twig. Hair on a twig, okay, that's not so good. We need droppings or hair on a twig. We can go north or south. Okay, we do get hair on a twig. We really need droppings or paw print now. Okay, 2 blanks. That is really unlucky. We need droppings. Okay, no, we can do that. We're just going south. We need a paw. This is crazy. We haven't gone any further to the right. We need. Okay, that we can do. Oh my god, how is this not working out? We're not doing anything here, I guess. Do these count? We're not going to the right at all. Droppings, finally. We just... okay. I guess this is all working. Oh, I can't put that there, you see. You can put that there. Now we're making... yeah, that's going to be 1, 2 matches. Wow, we really made... this is crazy. This has never happened before. We've had so many ones just going straight up and down. So, maybe you can see that a bit better. 1, 2 matches here. Okay, we'll use that for 3 matches. We need droppings. That's gonna... gee, crikey. This is not going well. Okay, that one's droppings. That's droppings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm guessing we can go up and down, otherwise I would have lost that a long time ago. We just got 5. Oh, we'll leave that out, I suppose. We'll leave it out. So I don't know if you can even see that kind of, yeah, we've matched here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose that would count. We started off here, didn't we? And we had these 2 nothings. I'll have to think about whether or not you can just go vertically up or down, but let's keep it like this for now, because at least we got it that time. So that's an hour of time used up. Did we put the hour for the search in? No, we did not, I don't think. Let's put the hour for the searching as well. Okay. So it's another hour for the capture. We're trying to match the top, each corner of a card. You can only take, you put one card down and take up to a maximum of 2 cards to make all of the corners, at the moment at least, to have exclamation marks instead of X's on them, but that would probably change to some sort of symbol. So we're lucky there, we got all exclamation marks on one card. We got a level 5 card, so we're lucky. So that's another hour, but we did capture a bear. 1, 2. So we get the rewards for capturing a bear without having to fight it. So we get 1 bear hide and 3 raw meat. I will have to check how much space I've got in my satchel. So we're going to cook the raw meat, and then the cooked meat will sell for a lot more gold than raw meat, but you can cook it to various degrees of success. Excuse me. So that's 3 bear hide now, and we've got quite a lot of raw meat because you get 3 raw meat from 1 bear. So we've got enough space, just enough space for 1 more go at it. So we'll put that back in, give it a little shuffle. We're going to have to maybe go back 1 more as well. We are going to risk having another encounter. Hopefully we don't get a bear. This is number 8. That was a very strange bit of tracking we did. So we start from the beginning, which means, did I do, yes. The capturing time. Should have lost 3 hours plus 2 false starts, so it should be 5 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've gone ahead. Oh no, we started from there. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's start off with searching again. We can go here and then move back. We could even go south a card, maybe to 156 if it's still in a dotted region. Kind of. There's some dots on that one. Would work. I don't think it matters too much. We'll just go back. Go back because it's still the same number of cards we're moving, so we should be right. So let's do a search. Yep, we have found animal prints again, so that's good, and that's another hour. And we do our tracking mini game and try to match these symbols. This is where it gets difficult. The capture can be quite tricky as well sometimes. That's not a good start. Okay, that's alright. Droppings, yes. 1, 2. Okay, flatten down grass or droppings, so we could do that. It would still be the same, it doesn't really matter. That way we wouldn't be able to have another droppings. We've only got 1 option of grass, so if we do that, we've got grass and droppings as an option. So we do that. We've got droppings, so we put that there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We just need a stick, really. That's not good. Okay, well that can go there. We're not using that. Well, we might use it. Droppings again. A lot of droppings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our bear. Now we go for the capture. Alright, let's do the hour. 1, 2. Oh, we didn't move into the woods, did we? 1, 2, 3. We roll 7, which would be a boar, and we're just going to sneak past the boar and not go into combat with them. That's it. Right, capture. Let's see what we get. Okay, 3 exclamation marks and a cross. got one. Perfect, we only needed the one, we don't even need two. Fantastic, so we got to capture, there's another bear, so that's hunting. 1, 2. And we will get our bear hide and 3 raw meat. So now where our satchel is complete, I've only got 1 space left in it, so we really need to go to the tanners, take in the bear hide. We're gonna, how much gold have we got? We've got 45 gold. Okay, so it's going to cost 10 gold each to upgrade, along with 1 bear hide. So it's going to cost 40 gold, so we've got just enough for that. Right, and then we'll go cooking. Oh, we have a cooking pot at the inn, so we have to go back to the inn, drop some stuff off, but if we can, to make space for the cooking pot. We'll have to drop off those lockpicks, we don't need those at the moment. Okay, so good, that was successful. We have hunted down a couple more bears. Back. Right, let's go to the tanners, and then we want to go to, we also want to go, where do we want to go? Put it there. We've also got 2 bronze ingots. It might be quite good to go to the smithy. I'm going to put that right over there. Actually, I think we've got quite far to go. I don't know if we'll be able to fit it all in. See what we get up to. So we're going to move 3, 4, 5. Roll our dice. Die to 2, that's a nothing. 1, 4, 4. Okay, we've got 1 more roll in the woods. 5, 6, 7, and we roll. Last one, 2 again. We're fine. Right, so going east to west, west to east is always sequential. So we're going to go all the way along for a bit, because I know that the inn where we actually we're going to go to the tanners first. Yes, I will check my map. So I think it's the very last one is the very last shop. So it's going to be this one, 102, the path kind of going up. Just put 102 there as well. So we'll go there. We'll move our marker. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So there's a half out one. So we do have a buildings deck, but we know where they are now, but I'll just show it to you of all the buildings in the game. What cards they're on is on the front. So you'd find 102 and flip it over, and you would have the inside showing who is inside you can interact with. And also a little mini game for stealing if you wanted to do that. But after playing for 58 hours, you kind of start remembering who is where. So Eli is our man, so we've got all our character cards here. And we just look at the top left again for Eli. Here he is. And we're going to upgrade his 1 hide plus 10 gold for each level. So we'll upgrade our things. So I'll just show you character cards actually, as soon as I got it out. Underneath the picture you've got the quests that they're part of. So it'll be, here we've got M1, M5, U1, U3, U6 and T4. You can only interact with someone when it has a 1 on it. You can't start a quest in the middle, for example. So you couldn't do T4 unless you had T3. And you could start M1 or U1 whenever you wanted. An intimidation and a sneak level, and then they've got a bit of gold if you wanted to steal from them, and on the back you've got their shop if they have a shop. And there we go. So it says on that for his shop it's 10 gold plus the hides, so we'll get those out of our satchel. You can see our satchel here is very busy, very packed full of stuff. So we'll get 4 bear hides that we have. Where's the other one? Here it is. Okay, we've got a lot of raw meat there, and we'll do that later. So the bear hides are going to go back, and then we pay 40 gold, and we're going to upgrade our top and bottoms, are what are they called, chaussure and jerkin, leather jerkin. So we've got a tracker, they're all at level 3, so we're just going to move the body and the legs up 2 each, so we're now at level 5 for both of those. So they're the ones that offer the most amount of defense, so that's why we're doing those ones first. So we've moved those up, the blue ones are right at the bottom. So we can add that to our health straight away. So let me just double check how much health that is. We've got our rule books, combat skills, and our general book. We don't need the combat or the skills one. So let's just quickly have a look at that. So we're now got level 5 bear for body, and so that's going to be adding 4, so 8 on each one, so 16 on top of what we had before. So we'll add 16 to what we've got at the moment, which is, funnily enough, 16, so that's 32. What we've got as our max, so we instantly add that up, and we'll add 16 to what our total was before. So it was 68, we're going to add 16 to that, so 8 plus 6 is 14, when we're at 7, 84. Yeah, 84 is what it looks like. So we're at 84 health max now, which is pretty cool. That's quite a lot, that's significant. Then with our sleep bonus we can get up to 94 if we sleep for the full 8 hours of the night. Okay, so that's that. We're going to go to the inn, drop off some stuff, make a bit of space in our satchel for our cooking pot, and then we'll cook. So we can just go straight along from here, so 103. To know that it is 107 what we want. There it is. But again, at the beginning you won't know, and you can check it on the building's deck anytime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Now we're at the inn, so we're going to transfer some things from our satchel down to our inventory. So our cooking pot is a 1-inch square chit, so it takes up a lot of space. We're not going to need our lockpicks right now, so I'm going to put those down into here. You can't put any perishables in the inventory, like the raw meat, for example. I'm not going to need a bottle right now, I don't think. That can go in there. Oh, we've got a second bottle. We can put a couple of eyes that we've got here in the bottle. You can fit up to 5 of a few items into a bottle. So we'll do that with the eyes. We've got quite a lot of eyes from killing night stalkers. Don't think we need the rope right now either. That might as well go in there. And the bedroll, we're not sleeping out. We might not even need the lantern. They might as well go in. Making a lot of space now. I'll tell you what, let's keep the lantern just in case, because we've already got the fishing rod and that's taking up only half of a spot. We've got our fishing net, and we've got our short bow, our yew short bow. We're just using that to get some extra shots in at the beginning of combat. And we can put our cooking pot at the top there. Perfect space for it. Okay, so we got an axe and pickaxe. We use a lot of that at the beginning of the game, but not so much now. Right, we're going to cook our meat. So let's take the raw meat out. We can do it. Actually, we could sell. Well, it doesn't really need to get it all out. We've got quite a lot of raw meat here. We should be making a fair bit of money. Oh, I didn't take the 40 gold off from before. We've only got 5 gold now. We do want the money, and it would be good also to get cooked meat to restore our health as well, because it's better to eat that than just to buy meals which restore health. We were doing sort of early at the beginning. We've got loads of raw meat. We've got our 2 ingots, bronze ingots. We can go up here. And there we go, we sorted it out. It's very good to have the extra space in the inventory, but it does cost a bit of money. Right, so we need to get our food items that these cooked meats are going to get turned into. This raw meat's going to get cooked into cooked meats, different types of cooked meat. So let's put those out. We got fine meat, burnt meat, charred meat, great meat, excellent meat, good meat. So let's put away the things we don't need so much. So you're encouraged to cook and do that and level it up. We've leveled it up. We've leveled up everything we need to except for intimidation. We need to level that up twice. We can do that probably after this, hopefully. We'll also take the raw meat little bag, so that can go in here. So cooking is just rolling a 20-sided die, but it's more fun than it sounds when you're doing it, because it's, I don't know, it feels like, obviously you want to get the best type of meat that sells for the most gold. So I don't know, I find that fun enough. So we've got a 20-sided die in there, and then I'll get our skills booklet out so I know which results give us what type of meat, and then also how much we can sell it for or eat it for. So basically we want to roll lower numbers. The lower the number the better. 1, it gives us excellent meat, 2 to 3 great meat, 4 to 6 good meat, 7 to 10 fine meat, 11 to 14 charred. We don't really want to get anything over 14 if we can avoid it. 15 to 17 is burnt, which is okay. We can still sell burnt for 2 gold, which is fine. It's double what raw meat is, but we can ruin it with an 18 to 20, and then it just gets thrown away. We've ruined it completely. Right, first meat. We want low numbers. The lower the number, the better. 14. Okay, well that's not great. It's not a great start, but it's not too bad. Charred sells for 5 gold. How many meats did we start off with here? 3, 12, 14. So as long as we make over 14 gold, we're doing okay as far as I'm concerned. Right, so next raw meat. 5, that's more like it. It's good meat. Okay, where's that? Here. Good meat is worth 12 gold. Okay, so we made 17 gold already. So we've already made our money back. 6. Just another good meat. Okay, I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, that's 24 plus the 5. 29 gold. Here's another raw meat. Oh, 19! That is completely wasted. Fantastic. We have ruined that meat. Ah. 3. Great meat. That's more like it. That's what we want. Great meat. That sells for 16 gold. If we can get 1 for excellent meat, that would be really good. It would be, in fact, be excellent. 18. That's another loss. Another ruined. 17. That's burnt. We can take that. Not great though. Burnt meat. One! Yes! Excellent meat. That's one of those is so good. You get 25 gold for selling it, but it restores 32 health just on its own, which is really good. But you can combine one cooked meat with any other food item to give even more health in one turn in combat. What was that? 13. Oh, 13's okay, that's charred. Take the charred. $15. That's another burnt. Low numbers. We want the low numbers. $12. Charred again. We're not doing super well with our rolls today. Come on, let's get a low one. One! Haha! One again. That's been very nice. Amazing that you get any ones, really. I'm still surprised that even happens at all. Well, 20 soda die. Like 13. Charred again. It happens a lot. Get a lot charred. I don't know why that would be. 13s, 12s, 14s comes up. One again. No way. 3 excellent meats. That's the last raw one, isn't it? That was the last one. Wow. Okay. We did well. We did well. 3 excellent meats. That's 75 gold already just there. And the great meat 16, so it's 8. I mean, we can't sell it all. There's a limit of 100 gold that you can hold in this game. So let's put these meats back in our satchel. We're going to put the 3 excellent meat with the other 3 excellent meat we've got in our pouch. I'll save a bit of space. And then what have we got here? We'll sell all the charred and burnt meat, I guess. We're going to sell it down at the pub. Might as well. Well, if we're going to do it straight away, we wouldn't need to put it perhaps in a satchel because it's going to have to come back out again. A lonely great meat. Okay, we also want to sell these bronze ingots. We'll see how much we get for that. Okay, let's go down along. 108. Let's move that out of the way. 108. So following paths always leads to buildings. So it's always a good idea to follow the paths. But you can just roam wherever you like and explore. It is encouraged even. I don't know if we're going to get. Well, no, we're not going to get all the way over to the smithy. We're going to have to get rid of some of those other cards. There is the pub, and that's how we sell the meat. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, what we're going to do is get rid of these cards. So like I said, going east to west, west to east is always sequential, so all you do when you pack up is just make little piles of all the cards in order and then put them back in the right place. So we take those, there you go, in the same one that we've got out, so that's nice and easy. And we've created space, and then yeah, we will have to move this along a bit. Okay. Right, so yeah, we will sell those then. Oh, that means we're going to need this out again. I mean, I would probably have on the chips how much they're worth, so you don't have to always keep that rule book out with you for now. So charred is 5 goals. Let's do that first. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then we've got 2 burns. So that's a 2 each. That's 24. So let's add 24 to our 5. Oh right, that's only going to be 29, isn't it? Well, that's nice and easy to do. And then the good meats to those, that's 24 together. So 24 is 23 on 30. So that's 53. So there we go. Now it's adding up, you see, 53. And then 1 great meat is 16. So 53 plus 16, 69. And then we could even sell one of these excellent meats if you need to, but don't know that we need to. What's the money? I don't even know what we're using the money for really now. Oh, we want to upgrade our intimidation. That's what we want to do. We want to spend 30 of that. Yeah, so that's and we want the bronze ingots. Yeah, we'll sell those because we definitely just don't need those at all. I'm keeping the excellent meat because they restore so much health, 32 on their own. But I might need to buy some. I might need to buy the extra pouch space. The extra pouch space, I don't know if you can see this, is here. You unlock it by paying some money and you get 3 extra spots. This is for the cloth bonus. You have to wear cloth armor to get another one. We're not going to do that. We're going for the defense instead. So we can get 3 extra spaces on top of our 6. So it might be worth putting hearty meals in those 3. Which would cost a fair bit of money because I think they're 25 gold each, so it costs 75 gold. But then when you want to be able to restore that as much health as possible in one go because you can only eat 1 bit of food item per turn in combat. So you need it to restore as much as possible. So I think the hearty meal restores 25 health as well as costing 25 gold. So 25 plus 32 is the max amount you can heal yourself in one go. 1 turn in combat. So 25, so that's 57. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's like half your health in one go. So I think that should work. So the excellent meat will keep. Great meat can go back. So you wouldn't necessarily be doing this as soon as you got them out, put them back in again. But I seem to be playing where as soon as I get something, I just go and send it, spend it again. So I don't ever find myself walking around with loads of money, or I'm just going out, picking up stuff, and then coming back, selling it straight away, or cooking it and then selling it. Not sure why. Why would that be? I guess because I'm always just waiting to upgrade, so I'm always just upgrading stuff. So it's when I can upgrade, then I just do it straight away. Okay, let's go sell our bronze ingots down at the smithy. And then, I mean, we could do some more hunting to get to, we could go back and do some more hunting because we can upgrade, the other bits of our armor. Oh, I'll tell you what, what was the last thing we got from the quest? Let's go down to the smithy first and we'll check. We will check after that. So let's keep going along. Going down in the numbers, okay. And then we want to go south of here. 172. Yeah, we've got a couple of quests we want to start progressing. So I guess really the end game is finishing all the quests. Upgrading the skills, you could upgrade all the skills to level 5 and finish all the quests and finish the dreams. The dreams should, because there are only 10 of them and you're not guaranteed to dream every time you sleep. It depends how quickly you go through those. We've gone them reasonably well, I think, but there were definitely a couple of days where we didn't because we were sleeping rough at sort of the middle of the game, just to test out that mechanic, see how that worked. And we weren't dreaming because we weren't sleeping for long enough. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it shouldn't matter really with the dreams. They're very enigmatic and kind of strange and they're supposed to be a bit cryptic, so they don't really play into this specifically. They're part of a much larger, broader scope. That if I make more games, it would broaden not only that, the scope of what you do, but also the world and all the different landscapes and everything that you walk around, and towns and villages and whatnot. Right, you know what we didn't do? We didn't make a fire for our cooking pot. Luckily we do have our kindling here and our flintstone. We can put that back. I forgot all about that, and we can see if we get charcoal from our made fire. It's not just having the cooking pot in your inventory, you have to buy a kindling. Luckily we did buy an extra one by accident a couple of streams ago, because you would have to, otherwise I would have to go and buy one now from the carpenter's wife, I think, so it's kindling. We don't get any charcoal back from there. That's okay, we don't really need the charcoal, I mean at all, to be honest, but it is useful for a quest. It is used in the quest, actually the same quest we're on at the moment. Let's put the kindling back. If we can find it. Oh, it's here, isn't it, with the charcoal, yeah. So the little baggies are not the final way that these chits will be stored, just to let people know, because it's, at the moment it just fits in the box easier. But we'll have a little box just for all the chits, and they'll all be labelled, so it'll be nice and easy to go through them. Right, we're selling our ingots, our bronze ingots. 1, 2. They'll be in here somewhere. Ingots there. And we can check in the rule book again for how much everything is worth. So we'll just look up the bronze ingots at the back. So, bronze ingot, 10 gold each. That's more than I thought. I forgot they were worth 10 gold each. That's very good. 20 gold, then on top of our 69, brings us to 89. We've got a lot. Very good. Right, 89 gold. Plenty of gold. We could buy those 3 hearty meals. If we want to spend 30 to upgrade our intimidations. What we want to do, I was going to check these quests, wasn't I? That was the plan. Right, so the one we're on, last stream we got the draft of discovery there. So it says here, pour this on the stone, it will reveal what is hidden in the rune. Take quest item R8. When at the location, take R9. Okay, so we want to go over to the westwards for that quest. We've got a missing barmaid, and then we've got this guy we can intimidate to continue this quest with him. So his intimidation level, Olwyn, he's the harbour master. He keeps the peace in Port Ovis with his sons Lewis and Theron. They're the ones who are going to teach us intimidation, so we need them as well, actually. Where's Olwyn? He might be at the back because we haven't used him for ages. Yeah, so his intimidation is the most. I put 6 here, but I forgot it has to be, can only be a maximum of 5 because it only goes up to 5 at the moment. So we need to spend 30 gold and then we can continue that quest. So I think we'll do that, and we'll do this. Well, we have to do the intimidation first anyway. So let's get his cards out because we're going to do this one from our save box. So with the quest you get a little deck of cards numbered, these are S, in this case 1 to whatever, and then you go through all of the quests in order, and it will tell you sort of at the bottom what to do, or what, just take the next one, or what you find on the character cards, it will say what quest they have a part of on it. So we'll keep that out. We're going to go to around here somewhere is where they are. So 6, 7, 8. 171. They're around here somewhere. Yeah, that is where Olwyn is. We're not going there, we're going next door to his sons first to upgrade our intimidation. So this is the prison essentially, and then next door they've got the little house at 8, 9, 10. We talk to the sons and we upgrade our intimidation twice. It's 15 gold for all of the skills. So we upgrade it twice to level 5. This is really the last skill we need to up. We could upgrade sneaking to level 5 one more time if we want to, but that's only going to impact stealing things, and we're not doing that, so there's no real point. So that's 30 gold down from our 80, so that brings us back down to 59. And then we go to the prison, 171. So we go to 171, which we find in our, as normal, in our buildings deck. 171. We've got 2 for 171, so let's have a look at both of those. So they say on the back, say on the back, only enter. I'll show you. They've been renumbered from 172 to 171. I must have got the numbers wrong here, but it says in brackets only enter if on quest S2. But you would also have to open it up. I mean, flip them over to see who's in there. So I wonder. Yeah, because we found Olwyn first. See, I just try to remember. This is probably one of the first guys you meet actually coming off the boat. Let me just show you how that works. I'm not going to do step here, but basically there's this. We met him coming off the pier. There's a little hut. Right, and hopefully you can see that right at the top left corner in the northwest, underneath the number, the 168. So you come off the ship and then walk along the gangplank and come around here, the boardwalk, and then you see that. And if you were to check 168, you see Olwyn there. So now there's Olwyn on 168 in the little dock house type thing. So he was there, and so he said when we first spoke to him, fresh off the ship, are you? Well, me and my boys are charged with keeping the peace around here. Don't need any trouble. Got no work for you myself, but I'm sure Mayor Wen will have something for you up at the inn, or Alan in the Old Lamb. Follow the paths and you won't go far wrong. And it says take S2 if using intimidation. So I need to have the S2. I've got to double check what S2 says, but it should say find me at the prison or something, because we've got to change location for that. So I just need to double check the map. The quest card says something like come and find me at the prison, I guess is what it's going to be called. So that was the first one. We're going to intimidate him. So we say we went there. Let's get his character card out so you can see him. Let's see what S2 says. So say we're not at the prison, we're just at the dock house and we're having this conversation. As it says, I reckon I can use your help, traveller. I have a prisoner that's causing no end of trouble for me and the boys. Perhaps you can do something we haven't thought of. But be forewarned, mind, there's a sting to his words. Since talking to him, we've had no peace in sleep. He leads you to the prison. Here we go. He leads you to the prison, and you both enter. You instantly feel a strange aura, like mould, infesting the air. A man sits in one of the cells. His skin seems too pale, and eyes too dark. As you get closer, He raises his head a little and stares straight at you, piercing through your eyes. Olwyn already has a couple of chairs placed opposite the cell, and he and you sit down. Take S3. So I have written we go. He takes us there, right? Yeah, he leads you to the prison, and you both enter, and it says take S3. So actually, we do need to have those other cards down because we went there. We had to go not to the inn just because I knew he was at the inn. That's why I went there. I mean, not the inn, the prison. So actually, we wouldn't be there now. So it would be 11, 12 in here actually. So we'll be up here. Then he's led us to the prison. It says take S3. So we read S3. I was just having a drink at the tavern. I'm a merchant just off the ship, same as you. After a couple of drinks, this lad comes up to me and throws a punch. I dodge but fall over the table. Then he's jumped on me, screaming and spitting in my face about how he's hearing voices and not sleeping. Well, I throw a punch of my own, and that's when these lads show up and arrest me. Only the other guy breaks free, so I end up here and they want answers I don't have. Nonsense, a lot of it. Only he won't have none of it. You talks to me in my head, can't bear his slimy words in my sleeper. I can't sleep. Sleeper. The sleepers will dissolve. Barrier. The sleepers are coming. Take S4. So, don't know what's going on there. Some madness from this guy in the cell. You jump back as the man lurches at the cell door, then collapses, knocking his head on the floor. He then hits it again on purpose, then again and again. Then he's quiet. Olwyn breaks the eerie silence. This is new, traveller. He's never spoken before. Been trying to get him to speak this whole time, and now he sees you and out comes all this. The other lad he spoke of has vanished. The boys have been out trying to find anything about him, but with no luck. Would you go find GA? Reckon he's the only person who might know something about all this. What's a sleeper? We need some answers. Ooh, exciting. So this needs to say resume from map card 171, something like that. Resume from map card 171. So we don't go through any time. We need to find GA. So that's progressed that on a little bit. So that's good. Let's organise myself a little bit here. So first of all, we didn't need the building card for that. Resume from map card 171. So we would move from here to there. No time has passed. There's the prism. I'll show you what that looks like. It's two cards that come together to make a big interior where Olwyn is. But technically we don't actually need to see this perhaps until a bit later on in the quest. Can't remember. I'm going to have a little look. It does say enter only if on S2, so I think that's fine. You go to the small little dock, and then he takes you over there, and then you resume from that point. So that's fine, I think. Olwyn can go back. We define GA. GA is right up in the northeast of the map, so he's pretty far away. He is the scholar. Let us remove these. So I've been putting the ones I use the least. So this is the one with the barmaid who's gone missing. I have no idea. No one seems to know anything about her. We spoke to some people and they said about her being missing, but they didn't really have much else in terms of any information. In fact, we were the one who had the most information. We gave an old bow to the carpenter's wife because she likes a bow. Right, so GA, or we want to pour this draft of discovery into the westward. We're over this side, so we might as well do that first. How are we doing the time? Oh, the time's almost up. Okay. Let's go over to the westward. Do we need anything from the inn? Just thinking at the moment. I don't think so, because yeah, we could take on some more bears as well. Perhaps we've got, I want to say 82 health. That's quite a lot. We've got a lot left of time. We've got enough time for hunting in the day, so we'll go over to the westward. Let's just do that quickly, and then we'll end off the stream and come back tomorrow for the next stream and do a bit more of that quest and move you across a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's put those back. 102 to 108, yeah, perfect. So we're going to go up 12, 1, and then we want 112. And 13, 68. Seven. Let's go down to 116 from there actually. One, two, three. No. Where are we going? Yeah, well, we can go this way. We're going to the woods, aren't we? We just want to go to the woods, actually. There's the carpenters. I don't think there's anything we need to do at the carpenters. 178. Where do we want to finish up? Let's go south one more. Well, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there and we'll go south from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Perfect. And then we put these cards back again and we're back up. So there's a lot of card movement, but it doesn't take very long because you just put them into little piles and then put them back in the right place. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, the cards are coming in and out a lot. But it is dependent on the size of your table. I'm working with quite a small space because of the camera and how it's zoomed in. If I were to use my whole table, I think I'll be able to get at least sort of 80 to 90% of the whole map altogether. But yeah, it depends on how much space you've got really. That's just the way it is. Right, let's do 168. And let me go down. So we want 112. 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 8. 65. There we go, all packed up. It only takes a couple of minutes, 2 minutes to pack up. I don't think it's too much, but you are diving in and out of the map card. So we'll put that in here to save our location and our amount of steps. And we will continue a quest, continue a couple of quests next stream, I think, by the looks of things. Coming close to the end. Very exciting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.